Angel Messages. I'm Rachel Scoltock, Angel Medium, and I'm going to be pulling you some cards for the week ahead, giving you some guidance, and I'm also going to give you some energy updates about what is going on with the energy right now. So great to be here. I've been looking forward to doing this all day today. I travelled back from my little weekend destination, and I was just really looking forward to doing the reading and catching up with you all, seeing how you are. So I'm using Archangel Power Tarot, and I've also got Keepers of the Light, just like last week. We're using Keepers of the Light again by Carl Gray. So I'm going to give them a good shuffle while I have a chat to you and see how you're feeling at this time. For some reason they're not showing me who's here. That's okay, we'll cope. Oh, hi Joe. Hey Eloise. Thank you for being here. Giving these a good shuffle because I haven't used them. I put them, whenever I rest my cards, I've got all these different Lumerian clear quartz crystals, and I've got some normal clear quartz crystals, and I've got some tourmalated quartz, which are also really great energy cleansers. And I sit them and I pop the quartz on top of the deck with the intention that it's going to clear the energy of the deck, because I use them all week long for my private readings and sessions. So that leaves them nice and fresh, and it clears out any energy from myself and my clients for the week before. But I also do a little cleansing ceremony before I use them if you're having a private session with me, so that we're not carrying the energy of past sessions into the next reading or the next healing. Okay, so the angels are telling me that we've got another mixed bag for July, and it's... You know, what we're really dealing with here, and this is something that we all have to come to. This is the university course that we're in at the moment. This is the diploma that we're doing, whatever it is for you. We are learning the power of our own thoughts, and we're learning the power of our own minds and the power of our own energy. And so you who are on a spiritual path, because you wouldn't be here with me watching this if you weren't interested in spirit, in angels, in crystals and energy, you know, something has brought you here. Your life path has brought you to this point where you are interested, learning more, developing yourself in that way. So you're on a spiritual path, whether you know that or not, and that has been part of your soul's guidance that's brought you to this moment, as well as all the lessons and the traumas and the challenges that you've been through, and also what your guides and your angels have brought you to as well. So, you know, what books are you reading at the moment? Where is your interest? Are you more interested in the spiritual beings that are around you? Are you interested in self-healing? Are you interested in changing your mindset? You know, notice what draws your attention, what you're interested in learning about, and what sparks up your passion, because that's important, you know, that's your intuition. So what we're all learning on this spiritual path is the absolute power that we hold within us. And you are learning how to manage that power, how to harness it, how to master life through using the thoughts that you think, the energy field that surrounds you. And it really shapes every experience. I know that you've heard it before, and it's almost spirituality 101. But on every level of the spiritual path, you have to learn this, and you learn more and more about it and how it works. And it's what I love to teach as well. So what the angels are saying about the energy at the moment is that, yes, it's incredibly powerful, it's incredibly intense. Some people are getting really knocked around by it emotionally. Other people are just feeling like they need a lot of sleep, and they've got to catch up with that sleep to let their body heal and recharge. You know, we go through a lot of spiritual growth when we're resting and sleeping. We've been sort of trained or programmed to think that rest and sleep and stopping still is actually a negative thing, and it's laziness, or it's you know, not good for you. But actually, if you feel compelled to do a lot of rest, don't fight that, because you're going through what we call energy upgrades at the moment. So and as you learn new lessons and you make changes to your life and your energy shifts, you have to sort of recalibrate that energy. You've got to get used to it. Also, when you're having downtime, it creates space, right? So when you're always busy, to-do list, always on your phone, always going somewhere, always got the next thing to do, the angels don't have a gap except for when you're asleep, to come in and bring guidance, to bring healing, to let you know what you need to know at this present moment. So when you rest, you create space for enormous spiritual growth, because you can finally hear the guidance. You can finally download that level of consciousness. You finally get to let go of that energy that you've been holding on to that you don't need anymore. But when you going all the time, you're self-sabotaging, because you're not allowing that energetic space. You know, every spiritual path, every spiritual teaching talks about being still, going within, getting quiet, listening to the silence. And that's for a reason, because that's where all the work is, that's where all the guidance is. So I hope I'm making sense. I talk really fast when I'm doing this, because hi Leanne. Hi Tracy. Jo says she cleansed and recharged her crystals under the full moon. Marvellous. Beautiful. It's a lovely thing to do, isn't it? And when you get your crystals the next morning, they just look and feel amazing. Okay, so let's pull these cards. So as the energy is shifting at the moment, everyone's in a different spot. No one's better, no one's worse. We're all going through our own personal stuff, which is why, you know, everybody has their own personal stuff to go through at the moment. And that's why we can't judge anybody, because everyone's got their own purpose, everyone's got their own path, everyone are living their own lessons. But this powerful energy is bringing with it enough intensity to shake you up. So you can expect endings. Things that are ready to go are going to really be showing that. So you might get what I call the cosmic kick in the butt, where you've been thinking about making a change for a while, and then something comes along and makes that decision for you, or makes that decision so easy for you that you just have to make it. So it might be, you know, you've wanted to move house, and then all of a sudden the house you're living in just starts springing leaks, or someone makes you an offer and wants to buy your house off you, or, you know, something nudges you out of that door and onto the next thing. Some of your endings are going to be small. They're just little things. Might be you just suddenly realise you can't eat sugar anymore. You can't drink alcohol anymore. That's not small, it's big. But it's, you know, people tend to think like money coming, relationships ending, you know, houses, that kind of thing. But it can be things to do with your diet. So think about anything that just doesn't honour the fullness of who you are, doesn't honour your energy of who you truly are. You know, we all go through times where we feel a bit lost, or we feel a little bit like not ourselves. And those times serve as kind of pressure cookers, where you start to realize there's things in your life that are causing you to feel that way, and you have to change them. And so everything is often a mirror. So the things that you experience on the outside, we can't always be living our lives saying it's that person, it's that, it's this. It's something. Usually it comes down to something you've got to change inside yourself as well. So yes, you know, I've worked with lots and lots of people who have been ready to leave a job, and the job is toxic, the boss is mean, the colleagues are draining, they never get promoted, all these things, and you know, they're unhappy. And yes, you can say, this is making me unhappy, it's not honouring the fullness of who I am. And the longer you stay, the harder it gets, the harder it gets. Now, why do you think that is? It's because you haven't got the faith or the courage to make that change. And so the universe is making things more and more pressured for you, so that you get it and you lift yourself out of it. So to a point we can say, yes, I need to change, I need to move because of this person or that person. But then we have to recognize it's only us that can make those decisions. We can't sit in powerlessness and victimhood and say it's all their fault and I'm not going to change because they need to change. And then you suffer, you get sick, or you get more and more depressed because you're in an unhappy environment. It always comes down to you taking responsibility for your own energy and your own happiness. Hi Erica, up there in northern Canada, awake from the full moon energy. Yeah, yes, it is important to know it's good to rest. And especially if you're energy sensitive, especially if you are intuitive, you know, your energy is so precious and people just don't look after it. They just use themselves like a workhorse, or we shouldn't even work animals hard. They whip themselves and make themselves mentally feel bad about having good things, resting, eating good food, being peaceful. Life goes by too quickly as it is. All right, so we've given the cards a good shuffle and we're asking for guidance for this week, starting the 6th of July, 2020. Okay, they've stuck. And I'm going to pull you 3 cards and one from the lovely Keepers of the Light. And let's see what they have to say as well. Hi, Dee. So expect these big waves of energy, but allow yourself to learn to manage them by listening to your body, listening to what your energy needs. Doing a simple regular meditation, you don't have to do it for hours and hours. It can be 10 minutes listening to a guided meditation in the morning and the evening or before you go to sleep. That is all about cleansing your energy and getting centered and connecting to source. And that's where, we can talk about how the planets affect us. We can talk about what's going on with the full moon. We can talk about mass consciousness, the collective energy. So if you're in a country where there's a lot of angry people, or you're reading a lot of posts from angry people, you can tune into that collective anger, and that of course is going to bring you down. But you are responsible for you. So you go, okay, I'm going to protect my energy. I'm not going to look so much at this stuff. I'm going to keep myself in an energy bubble so that I'm not tuning into the anger. I'm going to do what's right. Maybe I'm going to sign a petition or I'm going to go and protest, but it doesn't mean I have to get sucked into a negative state because I want to look after my energy. And that will help you to stay clearer. So even though the collective energy can influence you, taking care of your energy and protecting yourself, clearing your energy regularly, watching your thoughts, will mean that you master your own energy, and then your connection with the universe is strong, and you manifest the experiences that you want to manifest rather than becoming a victim of everything else that's out there. And so you don't have to be a cork bobbing about on the ocean, right? You can be rowing your boat. All right. Ooh, nice. Okay. So would you believe that out of the 3 Archangel Power Tarot cards, we have 3 Archangel Michael cards? Is this a coincidence? No, there's no such thing as a coincidence. We only have synchronicity, which are signs from the universe, the nod from the divine. So the first one, this is us now. This is the present situation. It's a beautiful, strong card. We've got Archangel Michael standing strong with his arms folded, but not in a blocking way. He's got his feet apart. He's standing strong, just like, like a Wonder Woman or a Superman pose. So this is talking to you exactly about what I've been talking to you about. It's about taking care of your energy and holding a strong position, so that you are not being swept around by the opinions, the moods, the energy of everything and everyone else. And this, like I said before, it's spiritual 101. This is what we always come back to. We have to ground, protect, clear our energy, and remember that we are in charge. We are the power, right, within our own minds. As Louise Hay used to say, you are the only thinker in your own thoughts, in your own head. So this is about being clear, rational, strongly in integrity, and clear about where you're going. What do you want? What do you want to create? And okay, you might be sitting here right now and saying, look, I know I want to change my job, but I don't know what else I want to do. Or I know I want to move, but I don't know where I'm moving to. Or I don't really know what I want to manifest. If you don't know exactly what it looks like, you can start to think about, how do I want to feel? What is it that I want to feel secure, I want to feel safe, I want to feel peaceful, I want to feel respected. And when you start there, that starts to create, that has a much more powerful manifesting effect. You start to create from that place, and then you can make decisions. You might go for a job, and that when you're in the getting the interview, you might not feel that sense of calm and peace that you really want, and you have a look around the workplace, you don't feel it. So you can say, look, this doesn't feel right for me. I don't feel peaceful here. So trusting your feelings, but also being able to step back and stay objective and in your integrity. So this is asking you not to get drawn into ego battles. People are going through so much at the moment. We have to have compassion for our fellow humans, but we don't have to go down the pipe with them, right? If they are feeling a certain way. We don't have to accept every invitation to the arguments. We don't have to get sucked into ego, power and control struggles with people. Use your angelic energy tools. Use your 5D knowledge, right? Send positive energy. Put up your shields. Put up the mirror ball around you and reflect out only love, so that if people are sending you jealousy, you're not picking up on that jealousy and you're sending it back, but you're not sending it back with anger, you're sending it back with love. So this is about really, it's sort of pulling you, like, look after you. Where are you at the moment? How is your energy? What do you need? Okay, the guidance card seems to be all about decisions, right? This is the 7 of Michael. We've had him before. Now we've got a person who is about to walk down a dark road, and Archangel Michael's going, don't go that way, go this way. Go to the other road, the road that's got the light and the straight path, and it looks much more inviting. So 2 things I'm hearing at the same time. The first thing is follow what feels like not so much always the easiest, but the most inviting, the thing that feels more attractive to you, the thing that it's like, don't make things harder for yourself. Don't go the convoluted way. Often there is a much easier way of doing things than we think. A classic one about that is people go, all right, I want to manifest $1 million so that I can start my home for elderly dogs, and then I can do this, and then I can do that. Instead of going, all right, angels, I'm not going to try and manifest the $1 million. I'm going to try and manifest what I want, is to run a home for elderly dogs. And then your guidance will come. But when you say, all right, first I need $1 million, then I need this, and then I need that, and then I'm going to have this, we start to take it back into our own hands, into our ego, instead of giving it to God and the angels to look after. So think about the straightest route to your goal. And you may not know what that is, but that's okay, because the angels do. Archangel Michael knows the way, right? So the other thing is, if something causes you fear, if it causes you negativity, don't go there. Don't get involved. And it's just like they said before, don't get hooked into the arguments. Don't get hooked into the drama. Don't try and figure everything out that's in the world that you don't understand. Preserve your precious energy. Preserve your precious mind. So if it doesn't make you feel good, don't do it. And it's just, that's going to save you a whole lot of hassle moving forward in your life. It's also about your thoughts. What thoughts are you choosing? Are you spending ages thinking about who done you wrong and fighting with them in your head? Or are you focusing on, where am I going? What do I want to create? How exciting? How amazing when I get that home for elderly dogs, or whatever it is that you're creating. Think about that instead of all of the stuff that doesn't work in your life, because what you shine your attention on will grow, and you don't want to make the problems grow. And this is the outcome card. So this is the page of Michael. This is telling you that you're going to be getting some clear inspiration and ideas. I don't know if you can see, here is the owl. He's flying in. I love when the owl turns up in these cards, because he's very symbolic of wisdom coming in, ideas, inspiration, straight from the divine. It's like, let go a bit. The guy is flying a kite, right? He's just happy there flying a kite. He's just letting it blow around in the wind. It's like, go with the flow. And that's, have you noticed when you're pinning the washing out, or you're out on a walk, or you're having a shower, or washing your car, you get those divine inspirations, because you're not trying to work it out with a knotted mindset. The inspiration just drops in, because you're in that kind of state of mind that keeps your mind nice and open. You're on cruise control and you're not struggling. That's what makes a difference. So there is an exciting new challenge coming for you, a positive challenge. You have everything it takes to make your own dreams come true. You're being asked to upgrade, up level. upgrade your thoughts, up level on your ideas, give that little bit more, do that little bit more. So, you know, if you're in a work where you give a little bit more. Find a way to put your essence into things, to be your true self, and to really show the universe that you're serious about what you want to do, about what you want to create in your life, and that you're showing up for it. You're not being a passive kind of hoping and wishing and then getting resentful because nothing happens. You're putting your energy. Energy begets energy. So, and that includes your self-care, right? The self-care that you put in. I always find when I actually do some self-care, I go for that weekend away or do something special for myself, it does repay. It always comes back in some way or another. When I go away for a weekend, I'll come back and I'll have an email inbox full of bookings. You know, whereas my old self would have said, well, you can't go away because you've got to work, you've got to make things happen, you can't, you know. But actually, when you work hard and then you stop, you allow the universe to catch up with you. You allow your manifestations to come forward. So this is saying you've got what it takes to succeed. Put your energy into it and allow those divine inspirations to come in. Now, this is, you know, I love how the cards always mirror what I chatter about, because I sometimes think, you know, I don't know what I'm going to say before I come on here. This is Melchizedek, and this is a card about higher learning. And that is exactly what I would say the month of July is about. It's about higher learning. So we can't curse our problems. We have to recognize them as divine spiritual lessons. And that doesn't mean that you're getting a slap on the wrist. It doesn't mean that you have to continue receiving abuse or being in a toxic situation. You can change your mind at any time. But you will learn from it. So even in your hardest moments, recognize, okay, I'm going through rapid spiritual growth here. And when I come out the other side, it's all going to make sense, even though I might not be able to see it at the moment. So anything that feels attractive to you to learn and study at the moment, angels, spirit, crystals, energy, whatever it is attractive to you, do it. Get on the course, buy some books, get some books downloaded, whatever is attracting you, because you're in a time of learning on all levels. So that's the message for today. I'm really excited about that. I will put these pictures up on the stories later so that you can take a closer look at these beautiful cards. I especially like this one. I don't know if you can see it. The energy of it is just amazing. It's got the flower of life there too, the sacred geometric shape, which represents the building blocks of our universe. So, any questions at all? Otherwise, I will leave you with that. And I'm writing a blog right now, which is coming out later tonight. If you're on my newsletter list, you'll be getting it. If not, go over to rachelscoltock.com and a little box will pop up, and you can sign up and get my newsletter. So the blog I'm writing is about the power of your mind and how you can strengthen that power so that you can create more of what you want and have less of what you don't want happening. And I'll give you a little example about something that happened over the weekend where which showed very clearly how your mind can be powerful. So look out for that one a little bit later, and thanks so much all for being here. Thank you, Em. Thank you, Eloise. I'll see you next week. Take care.